Hello, my Virgo friends. Welcome to your reading for the first 2 weeks of October. Welcome back to my channel if you've been here before, Rebel Moon Tarot. If your birthday is August 23rd to September 22nd, somewhere in there, then your sun sign is Virgo. You may also have Virgo placements in like perhaps your moon or your rising, your Venus, could be any of those things. So if you do, there may be a message here for you. Let's see. For my Virgo friends, please, the first 2 weeks of October. Okay, we want to start with these. Ooh, okay. Heavy right from the start. 6 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. All right. The 9 of Swords is an energy of sleepless nights, of a feeling of desperation, stress and anxiety, not knowing what to do, okay? Perhaps it's having all sorts of options, but not knowing what the right one is, or being plagued with worries. And the 6 of Swords is an energy of leaving some of those worries behind and moving some of those worries into an actionable outcome. So, for example, it's the 6 of Swords is the card of deciphering what you have the power to control or do something about and what you do not. So if this worry or stress or anxiety that is keeping you up at night, if there is some part of it that's your responsibility or that you could take some control over or change in some way, whatever is within your control to do, that's what you're going to move towards as a solution. And that's manageable. So you see here, there's three swords that are pulling her in a direction, and those are the swords, or not swords, they're represented by crows, but the 3 crows that she can do something about, right? She's moving in that direction, where she can be helpful, where she can be useful, where she can make changes. That's what she's going to focus her mind on. She's leaving behind 3 crows, 3 swords, 3 worries that she has no control over, that there's nothing that she can do to make things better. And you have to feel good about that, my Virgo friends. In the first 2 weeks of October, you cannot take care of it all. And as a Virgo, I understand that your energy is to right the wrong and to help the needy and to really make change, because that's, you know, that's part of your energy as a Virgo. But the truth, the reality in life is that we can't fix everything. We can't help everyone. We can't do it all, and it's not all our responsibility. And it's really important that you take some time to recognize this. You have the 5 of Cups, yeah. This 5 of Cups, you know, those 3 difficulties that you're leaving behind, okay? This 5 of Cups is kind of showing me that you've done all you could do. You've definitely attempted. You've kept these people or situations in your mind, in your heart, in your soul, that you've done all you could possibly do for them. And now it's time that you leave those behind. And it's so important that you do not focus on what you couldn't do. The 5 of Cups, she has 3 cups that she's leaving behind. She's not focusing on them because she has 2 cups that she can do something about. And that's what she's doing. She's pouring them into the pool of transformation, right? These struggles, these concerns, these worries. There's 2 out of these 5 cups that she can do something about, and that's what she's doing. And it's so important that she not focus on these 3 that she could not. And that's the message to you. The energy for the first 2 weeks of October for you, Virgo friends, is very heavy. It's very emotional. It's very, it's consuming a lot of your mind space, your head space. It's really got you feeling a particular way. Page of Swords, 8 of Cups, and the 6 of Cups. Beautiful. Page of Swords is a message. And the Page of Swords could be this message for you. It's an idea. It's an understanding. It's an acknowledgement that it's time to walk away from what no longer serves us. The 8 of Cups is that walking away from things that have hurt us, that we haven't been able to change, that aren't going to change on their own. And if they do, wonderful. If not, you have walked away because you move from this dark energy, right, of dealing with only that which you can control, and leaving behind, again, that 8 of Cups, leaving behind. And I'm not saying that that's not going to be difficult or painful, because with a Virgo in particular, once they begin a journey or a project or a path, and they have a perceived outcome, it's really, really difficult to walk away if that outcome has not been met. But what that does is just pulls and drowns your energy, and makes it really, really difficult for you to live your best life. This Page of Wands is telling me that you acknowledge and respect the fact that you're doing the right thing. You know you're doing the right thing. And although it might be difficult to take those first couple of steps, you are walking away from this negative energy, this negative mindset, that which has been pulling you down, and you're moving forward in love. You're giving yourself love. This 6 of Cups energy is very much about our inner child and the support and guidance and growth, the care and compassion that you have had for another, that another has had for you. The universe is recognizing all that you've done. Ace of Swords. Yeah. You're moving into, like, through the first 2 weeks of October, you're moving into a whole new mindset. Which, you know, woo, 4 of Pentacles, absolutely. Yep. You're moving into a mindset that may be different from the norm, from what's popular. You're moving away from a popular opinion to your own. Okay? You're holding what's important to you close to your chest. You're deciding what's right for you. Maybe not what what's the word? The consensus, or, you know, what the status quo is. You've got a new idea of something that is going to encourage you. You know what you're going to do. It's a whole new beginning, something that you're passionate about, something so different than who you were, right? You're an earth sign. You're a grounded energy, right? The Queen of Wands is fire. You're about to build a fire in your life. You're about to take a leap of faith. You're about to boldly go where you haven't gone before. You're going to trust the universe, trust your own self, trust your own mind, break away from the norm and do something that is right for you. And it is going to bring you so much joy and happiness, my Virgo friends. Okay, that's half a book. Look at all this. That is what's going to happen for my Virgo friends. But we have time to read all that. And Spirit needs to remember it's the first 2 weeks of October we're talking about here. Can I get one more card for Virgo? One more card, please. Maybe some clue as to where this passion is going to take my Virgo friends once they have the room and space in their heart and their mind to pursue what it... Nope, that's it. That's it. That's the message. The Hermit card. Don't I love that? The Hermit card is your card, Virgo. The Hermit card is your card. So at this time, it might be important for you to retreat and go inside and decide what you want for you, what you want for the rest of your life. Virgo, I know that you have spent a lifetime making things as perfect as you could for those around you, for those you love. You have always had a really strong need to create and help and contribute to other people's successes. And that's a commendable trait to have. But now it's time to go inward and to use that passion and creativity, take a leap of faith and do something crazy. Something that someone else might think is crazy. Something that you might have before thought was crazy, but now you have that opportunity. You have the means, the opportunity, the mental space, the heart, and the passion to do something completely different in your world. And in the first 2 weeks of October, you're going to start to recognize that. Okay. Virgo. Intense. I absolutely love it. And I love when you show up in your room reading, Virgo. That's just another confirmation. Connect with your inner wisdom. Connect with your inner wisdom and you'll know what this message is for you, Virgo, because we're all different. We all live different life experiences. And although the energy is the same, the circumstances are likely going to be different for everybody. Right now, I'm going to get a Sacred Medicine Oracle card for you. I'm going to get 2. I love these messages. Ooh, let's see. Shawl Dancer. Wild. Look at you, right on top of the Queen of Wands. And Plantkin Sensitivity. All right, let me read these messages for you from the book. Number 46, Plantkin Sensitivity. Plants are essential to our life, and therefore we see and honor them as such, as sources of food, air, shade, medicine, and beyond. Our relationship with plants is vital to our life force. They are calling you to listen to their wisdom, for they are deeply connected to the intricate energies of the earth and beyond. The beautiful nature of plants speaks to you at this time because your heart and spirit are extra sensitive and your ability to feel and go deep is heightened. This is a gift that is developed over lifetimes, and we need the hearts who can sense, see, and know without any words spoken. Surround yourself with the plant medicines that nourish, uplift, and inspire you. They are protecting your heart and spirit, calling out to you to co-create resilience for your system. At times it can feel challenging to live as a sensitive soul, and your plant kin are reminding you of the gift you carry. The closer you can get to the earth, the more at home you will feel. You came here to remind the world that vulnerability is strength and sensitivity. Okay, let me reread that sentence. Sorry. You came here to remind the world that vulnerability is strength and sensitivity is medicine. Go forward with your heart, with the plants as allies and friends. And your healing affirmation for this card is, my sensitivity is my superpower. I claim this aspect of my true nature with pride. My sensitivity is my superpower. I claim this aspect of my true nature with pride. And now, the shawl dancer with wild. I love that it comes out right over the Queen of Wands. Okay. When we dance at a powwow in a circle, we move in a clockwise motion. We start where the sun rises in the eastern doorway as it represents the beginning of a brand new day. This shawl dancer appears to invite you into a new sacred dance for yourself. Where have you been playing it safe in your life? Where are you following the ways in which society has conditioned you? In what ways are you doing and not being? Sometimes in our lives, we lose connection to our deepest desires and we slide into a rut. Today, this dancer comes dressed in bright, beautiful color to remind you that life is meant to be pleasurable, and it's time to dance it out and shake it up. This dancer is asking you to find your freedom. Let your wild, colorful, and radical self come out. As you dance, feel yourself releasing all the conditioning, oppression, and ways that you have bottled up your true nature. A fresh new way of being in the world is calling to you. Find your sacred dance, root into pleasure, and see your desires manifest effortlessly before your eyes. A true confirmation of this reading. And your healing affirmation is, I unravel the old ways from my system and twirl into the beauty of a new way. So again, I unravel the old ways from my system and twirl into the beauty of a new way. How are you going to do that, Virgo? You know. I know you know. Go inward. Find that place inside yourself that knows your deepest soul and heart and what you want to do. Let's get an angel guide oracle card for my Virgo friends. Message for the first 2 weeks of October, please. And there it is. Friendship and union. Let's read that for you. This is a time for coming together. Friendship and other connections are important now. There is a strengthening in your bonds with others and your capacity to know who your people are. You are surrounded by incredible, insightful, and encouraging people at this time, and it's important to enjoy the friendships and other connections you have. If you have felt disconnected or out of place for some time, know that you are moving into a far more supportive and joyful space now. Your angel guide is encouraging you to connect deeply with those you trust most. Ask yourself how you can bring the whole of yourself into your friendships and relationships. Be present, listen, open up, smile, laugh, venture forth, and enjoy this time. It's a beautiful message. All right, my Virgo friends, we are going to end your message today, like we always do, with an angel number. When you see this number, you're being asked to remember the message on the card as well as the message in this reading. And again, you could see these numbers anywhere, on a clock, on a receipt. It's a telephone number, license plates, who knows. Wherever you see this number, you'll recognize it. You've got one for today. 7777, perseverance. There's a need for a change of perspective on whatever has taken over you now. If you want to succeed, you need to keep going down the road you're on. Reach for the wisdom within. And then you'll just know what the right next step is. Perseverance. And the keywords on this card are change of perspective, reflection, inner strength, wisdom, and enlightenment. So my Virgo friends, this has been your reading for the first 2 weeks of October. It's a beautiful reading. If you liked it, if it resonated with you in some way, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. There will be a reading in a couple of weeks for the last 2 weeks of October. And as well, I do weekly pick a card reading, so I'd love to see you there. Until next time, my friends. Bye-bye.